So when I was in school more than almost 30 years ago now, I had a fantastic time exploring different sports and different activities. The subjects prepared me well. So I remember English and maths actually being exciting. English was divided into literature and language learning. So we read a lot of books, lots of texts, and that really gave me an insight into what languages is all about. With the additional learning as we moved into higher years, I remember taking business studies, history, computer science, and that was what prepared me well for university. The teachers were great. I wasn't good at computer science at all, but I remember having a fantastic teacher who supported me along the way, and I even graduated with pretty good grades. And I think that support, again, was the encouragement that built my confidence. While I was at school, I played hockey, netball, cross country, I swam, was on some of the teams. And I remember my children laughing and saying, "Mom, you show off way too much about your time at KG5. And I always said to them, well, wait till I bring you back. And now, so in one of the pictures, you'll see my son, Kian, he's the cross-country record holder here. He swam on the school team, he played football, and he's got lots to boast about. So he's not teasing me anymore. The excitement I had 30 years ago, I think is exactly the same, and even more so now. So that first picture is our swimming gala, and you'll see all the students supporting the swimmers on the stand. And I remember it being exactly that way. The strong house spirit. So that's our house there, Crozier. I was in Crozier. Oh, I forget, you're all alumni, so you get that. So I was in Crozier, and my son gets put back into Crozier. So we have that legacy there. And so we can all cheer and support the same house. Then in the other photo is my little one who joined KJS. And also he was in my house. He was put in St. Patrick's, and I remember being in St. Patrick's. And you can see there that the students are really attentive and excited about experiential learning. In this case, they're out on a trip. And that engagement, I remember being engaged and really participating well in my classes, because it was always a great day and a good day to learn. So that's where we are with that. Why ESF? It was just all the fantastic out of classroom learning and in classroom learning that I got to learn. And with that confidence, I did well at university. So I didn't want my children to miss out on that. So that's myself there 30 years ago on Challenge Week. And then 30 years later, my son on the very same trip to Chongqiao. In our time, we had quite a few opportunities to learn outside of classroom, learn and have fun at the same time. And now we have even more opportunities. I now work as a communication and development manager at KG5, and I can see the opportunities that we have for our kids. We have 80 CAS activities for them to sign up on, and we have over 25 Challenge Week activities for the kids to try, from local trips, camping, to overseas trip, to charity work, to social engagement, to innovation. It's just a long, massive list for kids to choose from. I think it's not hard at all to find something for everyone's interest. And this year, my son is actually choosing something that he's a little apprehensive about. And I think that's what Challenge Week is all about. Testing and trying to go beyond your comfort zone. So my son somehow is just afraid of fish. And so this time he's choosing to go fishing. And I think that's really brave of him. I allowed him to make that decision himself. We've only had a discussion about the availability of trips, but I think choosing the trips, I've left it all to them. And for him to have chosen to go on a trip that pushes his limits, I'm really proud of. And again, I think this is the support that we owe to the school. The teachers have encouraged him to try something that he's afraid of and normally wouldn't try, something new. And the fact that he's willing to do that is fantastic. So that's our Challenge Week. So I have three boys. One graduated this year, The other graduated last year, and now I have one in year 8. Did they enjoy school? They definitely did. My eldest graduated and is now studying law at London School of Economics. He tells me that he looks forward to every lecture, every new day. And he said he was well prepared. The IB curriculum at KG5 taught him to structure his day, organize his learning, and he thinks that's the biggest takeaway and the most beneficial one moving into university. He said reading law, the hardest challenge, the biggest challenge and the hardest part is about organizing your work. You have so much reading to do, so much learning to do. If you're not organized, it's hard to catch up. So he said that this is all the learning that he had from KG5, that KG5 prepared him well in learning to organize himself and structure his day, be motivated to be ahead of his game. And that's his biggest takeaway from school. My second son is now at University of Toronto, and he's studying economics there. He's also having a fantastic time. Growing up, well, maybe being the second child, that's just my bias. I think I just felt that he is more playful, less studious, less serious than my older son. And so I worry about him a lot. But now I see that he's settling in well. He just has this natural flair of being organized, being brave, to participate in new things. So today he called me back and said, Mom, I've signed up on the school football team, and I've got myself enrolled in all the classes. I've got the readings prepared. Now, this is something that I wouldn't have expected out of him. But looking back, I think honestly, that's what he did here too at school. So I think it just became natural, second nature, that he was able to move to a new environment, set up his own home. So he rented a flat with his KG5 schoolmate. He was able to organize his own living, order furniture, set up his Wi-Fi, and then also go to school and enroll in all his classes and get his books prepared. And I think that's really important. He's also not shy, and he was brave about reaching out to the school teams and getting himself on the tryouts. So I think this is a big step forward. It's really, really important to be able to have that courage and to be brave to try new things. We can teach our children maths and English and science, but once they leave the comfort zone, are they really ready for life? And I think that's what KG5 has done for them. So in the picture, you'll see I'm a proud mummy of my 3 boys over there. There's a lot of excitement in school. It's really definitely not only about curriculum and books. And you'll see that myself, my son, and his friends in one of the graduation photos. I love being here. I think I just have the best job in the world. I'm so lucky to be working amongst these young people who are ambitious, who are brave, who are exciting, and to always be learning new things and watching them graduate. They take a bit of my heart away every year. So that's my boys in ESF. Oh, I don't want to miss this out. I do want to share about the alumni experience. So moving my son to UK, me being stuck in Hong Kong with COVID, I was apprehensive about that. But what really worked out well is we have friends around the world, and we are a big alumni community. We connect and we support each other. So while my son was, during that transition period when my son was looking for a flat and settling into UK, looking for his doctors, setting up his football group, he was able to reach out to alumni, not only people, students his age, and not only students and friends from KG5, he was able to connect with Islanders, West Islanders, South Island students, Renaissance and DC. And he was also able to reach out to older alumni that he's never met before. All he did was reach out to the ESF alumni group, and the response he got was overwhelming. Now he plays football every second week with 15 alumni who are about 20 years older than him. And then in his team are the alumni, his age and a few years up and around. So he's made a group of alumni friends. I did have a bit of a scare in May when he went and did a blood work. He did his blood work, just got his health check, and there was a bit of a health scare. And at that moment, I was really lucky. As soon as I reached out, my alumni friends stepped in and connected him with doctors and everything that he needed until he returned. So that was a really good experience. And then Hong Kong, he came back this summer looking for internship. My friend at a law firm connected him with an opportunity where he worked throughout the summer, and he wasn't there just as a bystander. He was fully engaged and he got to participate. And I think this is because of that relationship. We value each other. Being a part of this ESF family, we know we are here to support, and we do it with our hearts.